Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yo! Oh my days. Ladies and gentlemen, just when I thought that it was going to be a boring evening in Big Brother's house, hold on a second. Mercedes said, hold my 10 inches heels. Just hold it right there. Just hold it right there. I'm coming. Coming through. I am coming. Because what was that performance that she gave? Lord have mercy. Guys, listen, if you can see the clip attached to this video at the start of this video, great. If you can't, then my sincere apologies, but just know that I tried because first of all, that performance from Mercedes was very explicit, like proper rated 18. And it's the type of video that YouTube is definitely going to flag. Yeah, and I do not want to get into trouble with my channel. But ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, I did not want to see that video alone. I did not. I wanted you all to see it so badly. So if you can still see it right now, great. Great, because you totally understand why I am screaming right now. But if you can't, my sincere apologies. But ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. See ya, when Mercedes introduced herself on the day of the launch show as a church singer by day and a pole dancer at night, see, my eyes have been itching to see her in action. In fact, I almost wanted to make a special request of Big Brother that Biggie should please provide a poll in that house. You know, just surprise the housemates. Provide a poll in that house and let Mercedes do her thing. Show herself. You know what I mean. That's by the theme of the season. Show herself. Show her talent. Show her skill. But lo and behold, Mercedes proved to us that even without a poll, she could give us a fucking show, even on Martin's thigh. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that girl, she gave Martins the lap dance of his life. See, I am very sure for a fact that till Martins gets to the age of 50, he will still be remembering this particular lap dance. Because the way Mercedes handled this guy, the way she handled Martins, woo, she handled that young man like a pro. She handled him the way that only Mercedes can handle Martins. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I am female, but I felt like my ovaries were having a boner. It was intense. It was intense. It was hot. It was steamy. It was sensual. Remember, Mercedes said that she's coming to the house to change the stigma against women who embrace their sensuality or sexuality, whichever one she was trying to pass on that day. And I've been looking forward to seeing her do something. I've been looking forward, to seeing how she's going to express herself in what she enjoys doing. And ladies and gentlemen, depending on whatever time you see this video, but just know that it was Tuesday night that Martins had his birthday party celebration in the house, as organized by the wonderful head of house, Chimsom, and emceed by the amazing Shiba in Big Brother's house. Ladies and gentlemen, it was beautiful. It was amazing. See, I want to go into more details, but first, let's begin by giving massive accolades to Big Brother. Because listen, none of this would have been possible if Big Brother did not provide the refreshments, the finger foods, the cake, the music. He already set the tone for the celebration to happen. And I love the fact that he's indulging these housemates, because I'm going to be frank about it. Today was sort of calm and chill in the house. And I think it's partially because the housemates had their first diary session of the season. If you missed out on that, I did a video about it. So check out my most recent video to get all the juicy tea, right? But as I was saying, I was kind of worried that, hey, hold on a second. Are we going to end the day two of the season without any major drama? Come on, what's going on? I need drama. It doesn't have to be fight. It doesn't have to be argument or altercations, but a little bit of chaos, drama, something to just excite us, the viewers, will suffice. And Big Brother said, don't worry, I've got you covered. So Biggie, thank you so much. Production, thank you so much for the refreshments, for the music, and not just any kind of music, but for the right kind of music to set the tone for the entire evening, because it was a beautiful, beautiful evening. Now, another person that actually definitely deserves massive accolades is the head of house of the week, Chimsom. Ladies and gentlemen, I must give it to Chimsom. Chimsom really went all out to ensure that the housemates came together and celebrated Martin's, on his big 30, his big 30th birthday. And it was such an emotional one because you could tell that the intentions were pure. And most of the housemates, even though some of them were grudgingly getting themselves in there, you could tell that they really wanted to be a part of the whole celebration. And you see what Chimsom was talking about yesterday during his first head of house meeting with the house about organizing games for the whole house so that they're all together. It kind of worked. Almost. It almost worked perfectly. But just as I predicted, one or two housemates decided to want to get their own spotlight elsewhere, remove themselves from the crowd. I mean, I wasn't particularly surprised because I saw it coming. I already, predicted it. But we're going to get into that, all right? Before we do so, once again, massive, massive accolades to Chimsom. He went all out for Martins. And I really do hope that if his birthday falls within this time frame of the show, the season, I really do hope that he's also celebrated massively like that. And in fact, even though it doesn't happen inside the house, I really do hope that it happens for him outside because he really went all out. I was genuinely impressed. I'm not going to lie, was genuinely impressed. And I also loved the fact that he allowed for someone else to take charge of the moment, courtesy of Sheba. Remember, Sheba is a broadcaster. She's an on-air personality on radio. And so it was a moment to shine, to really, show her true talent and skill in emceeing an event. And she did it excellently. It was an exceptional performance. I loved the way she, in collaboration with Chimsom, the head of house, they organized the housemates to wait for Martins at the bottoms of the stairs. And of course, Big Brother in his element set the tone by giving them some amazing music. And Martins, danced down the stairs. He was celebrated at the bottom of the stairs, and then he was ushered to the podium, if I got that right, the podium of the house, the entryway of the house. And Sheba had blindfolded him, led him to a chair for him to sit, and then had introduced the first performance of the night, which was a Mercedes lap dance for him. Martins did not see it coming, ladies and gentlemen, but the moment he was, unblindfolded, the guy was shocked. And you see, it felt like an eye-opening moment for Martins, and I think the rest of the house as well, because I think they've heard Mercedes say that she's a professional dance and pole dancer, but they haven't really looked at her. They haven't really seen her. So her being in her element, giving Martins that wonderful lap dance, instead of they were shocked and surprised at the same time. And you could tell that they were amazed. They were wowed by how talented she was, by how skilled she was. Ladies and gentlemen, the outfit, in fact, the entire ensemble, everything that she wore, to put up that performance, it was simply amazing, unbeatable, love it. And Sia, oh my God, that was amazing. That was amazing. The way she was rocking Martins was almost losing his home training. It was insane. And then, listen, yeah, I also want to give accolades to Martins because, listen, Martins understood the assignment. The way he, held her throat and gently choked her down. I said, yes, bro. Yes, my brother. Listen, if Martins had not done that, I would send him spiritual knock from my house. Because for me, I'll be like, dude, all of that package right in front of you on your massive 30th, and you don't even know what to do with your hands. But Martins did not disappoint us. He understood the assignment. He knew what to do with his hands, and he put his hands to good work. Somebody say amen. He put his hands to good work, and it was a show. It was an amazing show. I enjoyed it. Us, the viewers, we were entertained. The internet was broken, courtesy of Mercedes. The housemates were thrilled. They were literally jumping out of their spirits, and some of their reactions got me cracking up so bad, i.e., the reactions of Bluthopia. Bluthopia was like a kid in a candy store. The way she was, like, her facial expressions, she was like, she was like, she was overly excited. There was also Flora. Flora's mouth was like, Sultex, who is a professional dancer too, was literally amazed that, wow, there is someone else that's also a professional dancer in this house. Amazing. I mean, that was what's her name now? Kamsi. Kamsi's reaction was insane. See, the housemates' reactions, they were pleasantly surprised, and I loved it. It added to the color of that moment. It added to the spirit of that moment, and of course, the entertainment for us, the viewers. And ladies and gentlemen, overall, it was a beautiful, beautiful birthday celebration for Martins. And it did not end there because afterwards, Shiba, the MC of the night, had, led them into prayers. Okay, what's her name now? Bluthopia had insisted that she wanted to lead them in prayers for Martins. There was Yusuf, who had nice words to say about him. There was also Flora, who had become friends with him in the house, had said some kind words to him. And there was, what's her name? Godessa, who Martins had specially requested, for to sing him a song because she's into music. And I'm going to be frank about it, ladies and gentlemen. I felt like Godessa's energy was just off. Like, she was giving off this energy of, I don't want to be here, or I don't like the fact that I'm not the center of attention. And I'm like, girl, come on. Come on. Come on. And she sang anyways. And yeah, whatever. She sang. Now, I'd mentioned earlier that whole Chimsom's plan to put all the housemates together in one space so that they all bond, all of that. I told you that my predictions came to pass because one or two housemates literally stole away from the group. And this one particular housemate did something very interesting. Neche. The moment Mercedes was dancing, right? Oh, and then when Mercedes was dancing, Neche literally ran away from the lounge where the whole thing was happening to the kitchen. Now, Abby was in the kitchen. She was the custodian of the cake Big Brother had sent in for Martins, and she was waiting for the head of house Q for her to bring the cake when they start singing his birthday song. So she and Necha were in the kitchen, and Necha was shedding tears and crying, and she was asking, why are you crying? Now, to be quite honest, Necha was not very coherent, right? I couldn't really hear what she was saying, but I was hearing things like, oh, when somebody does nice things for people, it just gets me all emotional. I thought I heard that, but I wasn't really sure what I was hearing. But then she was crying, and her reasons, her explanations were not particularly clear as well to Abby. So Abby was just being the good Samaritan and just, consoling her. However, I thought about the whole situation, and I'm thinking, girl, come on, we're not stupid. We're not new to this game. Because personally, me, I was thinking that, nature. Could it be that you're kind of, jealous? Like you've probably done your calculations that, hey, Mercedes has broken the internet. Mercedes is definitely trending right now. She's the center of attention. Over probably 50 million viewers are talking about Mercedes' performance right now. And you are not the attention. You're not the center of attention. So she probably realized that and also needed to get her own camera moment. Hence the reason she ran into the kitchen to go and start shedding tears. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, what do you all think? Because this was what was ringing in my head. And I don't care what anybody says. I have watched the show for too long that now I literally understand almost all the moves that anybody that participates on this show makes. Yup. I mean, guys, I don't know what you think about that, but let me know your thoughts as well in the comment section below. Now, still all about Martin's birthday celebration. Chimsom and Sheba were very, very, thoughtful enough to prepare some games for the housemate. So they had played a game of charade, and then they played the game of two truths and a lie. But once again, remember I said it is not all housemates that would want to participate in the general house thing. Some people would want to steal out to catch their own camera moment. And that was exactly what Owen and Gerard were doing as at the time of filming this video. So ladies and gentlemen, I would put my ears to the ground to hear for any more gist or see whatever happens more later tonight. All right. And if there's anything else that happens, I will share with you on another video. But in the meantime, it was a great evening. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I am happy. I am thoroughly entertained. And I really do hope that these housemates will give us more because now I am thirsty for more. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys on my next video. Have an amazing evening. Bye.